Okay, so you're getting ready for a road operations manager interview.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Yeah, big step.
We've got a ton of resources from RoleCatcher
Mm-hmm.
to help you make sure you get this job.
It's like having a cheat sheet
Yeah.
for not just the interview, but also for understanding what the role really is today.
And what I love about RoleCatcher is they don't just give you like generic advice. They use AI
Right.
to personalize your prep.
Yeah.
Like imagine uploading your resume and then getting feedback on exactly what skills to emphasize for this particular job.
It really is a game changer because you're not just guessing.
Right.
You're getting specific insights tailored to their expectations.
That's amazing.
Uh,
Okay, so before we jump into the actual interview questions,
Okay.
let's kind of paint a picture of what a road operations manager does.
okay.
Because it's not just about trucks and traffic, right?
Right. It's more than that. The RoleCatcher Career Guide actually highlights how complex this role is. You're managing transportation from start to finish, making sure deliveries happen smoothly,
Wow.
coordinating drivers, keeping costs under control, and of course prioritizing safety every step of the way.
And this field is changing so rapidly with all this new technology coming out.
Absolutely. Think autonomous vehicles,
Yeah.
drones, the increasing use of data to optimize routes
Right?
and predict demand.
Hmm.
These are all things you'll want to be aware of as you prepare.
Okay, so let's get to these interview questions.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's interview guide has so many. Where do we even begin?
How about we start with the classic?
Okay.
What inspired you to pursue a career in road operations management?
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a deceptively simple question, but it's your chance to make a strong first impression.
And I can see how it would be really easy to fall into like a generic answer.
For sure.
What does RoleCatcher say about this?
Well, they emphasize showing genuine passion. So think about what really drew you to this field. Was it a fascination with logistics? A desire to lead teams in a fast-paced environment? The challenge of solving complex problems, whatever it is, make it personal.
So instead of just saying, I'm organized and I'm good with deadlines,
Right.
I should connect it to like a real experience.
Exactly. Maybe you spearheaded a project that improved delivery times, or you found a way to streamline a process and save the company money.
Okay.
Those are the kind of stories that will make you memorable.
And I bet RoleCatcher's AI can help me tailor my answer to the specific company
You bet.
and the role, right?
Absolutely. It can analyze the job description and suggest ways to highlight the skills and experiences that are most relevant to that particular employer.
That's super helpful.
Okay.
Okay, what's next?
Let's talk about conflict resolution. How have you handled a difficult situation with a team member?
Oh yeah, that one.
This question is almost guaranteed to come up in some form.
Right, because conflict is inevitable. And
Exactly.
you work with a lot of people.
The key here is to show that you can handle conflict professionally and constructively. RoleCatcher's sample answer emphasizes active listening, clear communication, and finding solutions that benefit everyone involved.
So it's not about like placing blame or avoiding the issue altogether.
Right. You want to show that you can approach conflict as an opportunity for growth and improvement.
What if the conflict involved like a safety violation?
That's a great question, and one that shows you understand the importance of safety in this role. You'd want to emphasize your commitment to following procedures, addressing the issue immediately, and making sure everyone understands the importance of those safety protocols.
And maybe using it as like a learning opportunity for the whole team.
Exactly. Now, another question you're likely to get is about staying up to date with industry trends. How do you stay informed about the latest developments in road operations and transportation technology?
Okay, this is where those certifications come in, right? Like the CTP, Certified Transportation Professional.
That's a great start. Earning certifications like that shows a commitment to professional development and a deep understanding of the industry. But don't stop there.
Go.
Mention specific publications you read, conferences you attend, or online forums where you engage in discussions.
So I could talk about the Journal of Transportation Management?
Yes.
Or the CSCP, the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals?
Those are excellent examples. And if you've taken any courses or workshops related to new technologies like autonomous vehicles or drone delivery systems, be sure to mention those as well.
So it's about showing that I'm not just like keeping up,
Right.
but I'm actively seeking out new knowledge and information.
It shows a proactive mindset, which is highly valued in a field that's changing so quickly.
That makes sense.
Okay, what's next?
Let's talk about meeting deadlines and managing budgets. A common question is, what strategies do you use to ensure projects are completed on time and within budget?
Okay, so this is where my organization skills come in.
Absolutely.
And my project management experience. It's also about demonstrating leadership. RoleCatcher's sample answer highlights clear communication,
Okay.
delegation, and using project management tools like Gantt charts.
What if a project is falling behind schedule
Mm-hmm.
or going over budget?
That's a great question. It's a chance to show your problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
You could talk about a time when you had to make adjustments to a project plan,
Okay.
maybe by renegotiating deadlines, reallocating resources, or finding creative ways to reduce costs.
So it's about being able to adapt
Yes,
and make tough decisions when I need to.
exactly. And it's also about being transparent and communicative with everyone involved.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've covered experience conflict resolution, staying up to date and managing projects. What else should we be prepared for?
Let's talk about safety. Safety is paramount in road operations, and interviewers will want to see that you have a strong commitment to it.
I bet there's a specific question about safety in RoleCatcher's interview guide.
There is. It often comes in the form of what safety measures do you take to ensure operations are conducted safely?
Okay, so here's where I talk about my experience implementing safety protocols,
Yes.
conducting regular inspections, and creating a safety-first culture.
Exactly. But don't just list things you've done.
Right.
Provide specific examples.
Sure.
Talk about a time when you identified a potential safety hazard and took steps to correct it.
Okay.
Or describe how you've trained your team to prioritize safety in their daily work.
What if they ask about a time I had to make a tough decision that impacted safety?
That's another excellent question.
Yeah.
You could talk about a time when you had to delay a project or even halt operations
Wow.
due to safety concerns, even if it meant missing a deadline or incurring additional costs.
So it's about showing that safety is always my top priority,
Exactly.
even when it's not the easy choice.
And that kind of integrity and commitment to safety is highly valued in a road operations manager.
Okay, I'm feeling much more prepared to tackle those safety questions now.
Well,
What else is there?
let's talk about team motivation. As road operations manager, you'll be responsible for leading and motivating a team of people. Interviewers will want to know how you approach this.
So, like, how do you ensure that your team is motivated and engaged?
You're right on track. This question is all about your leadership style and your ability to create a positive work environment. RoleCatcher's sample answer emphasizes clear communication setting, achievable goals, and providing regular feedback.
But it's more than just assigning tasks and, like, checking their progress, right?
Absolutely. You want to show that you genuinely care about your team members and their professional development. Talk about how you recognize and reward achievements, provide opportunities for growth, and create a culture of collaboration and support.
What if I'm asked about a time when I had to motivate a team member who was struggling?
That's a great example of a follow-up question. You could talk about how you provided additional training, offered mentorship, or helped them identify and overcome their challenges. The key is to show that you're invested in your team's success, both individually and collectively.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here.
Yeah.
From experience and passion to conflict, resolution, safety, and team motivation. Is there anything else we need to be prepared for in this part of the interview?
Let's talk about one more key area of problem-solving road operations. Managers are constantly faced with challenges and unexpected situations. Interviewers want to see that you have the skills and mindset to handle them effectively.
So tell me about a time you faced a challenging situation at work and how you resolved it.
You're exactly right. This question is designed to assess your critical thinking skills, your ability to analyze a situation, and your approach to finding solutions.
How should I approach this question?
RoleCatcher suggests using the STAR method:
Okay.
situation, task, action, and result. Start by describing the situation.
Okay.
Then outline the task you were responsible for. Explain the actions you took to address the challenge, and finally describe the results you achieved.
But it's not just about, like, describing what happened, right?
Right.
I need to highlight my thought process and the skills I used to solve the problem.
Exactly. Did you have to gather data, analyze information, think creatively, or collaborate with others? These are the details that will impress the interviewer.
What if they ask about a time when I had to make a decision with, like, limited information?
That's a great follow-up. You could talk about how you weighed the risks and benefits, consulted with others, and made the best decision you could with the information available. The key is to show that you can handle uncertainty and make sound judgments under pressure.
So it's not about having all the answers, but it's about showing that I can think critically
Exact.
and make informed decisions in challenging situations.
And that kind of problem-solving ability is essential for success as a road operations manager.
Okay. I feel like we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive.
We have. We've laid a strong foundation for your interview preparation and tackled some of the most common and challenging questions you're likely to face.
But there's still more to explore.
Absolutely. Join us for part 2 of our deep dive, where we'll delve into even more specific interview questions, discuss career advancement opportunities, and explore how RoleCatcher can continue to be your secret weapon throughout the interview process.
I can't wait. See you soon.
See ya. Welcome back to our deep dive into road operations manager interviews.
We tackled some tough questions last time.
We did.
What else is there?
Let's jump into one that focuses on continuous improvement.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you identified a process that needed improvement and what steps you took to enhance it.
Okay, so this is where I can really showcase my analytical skills.
Exactly.
Problem solving, all that.
It's not just about identifying the problem, it's about demonstrating your initiative to find a solution. Think about a time when you went above and beyond to make things better.
So let's say I noticed our delivery routes were inefficient,
Okay.
leading to delays and increased fuel costs. Could I use that?
That's a perfect scenario.
Okay.
Walk me through how you'd approach that.
So first, I would gather data on current routes delivery times fuel consumption.
Good.
Then I would analyze that data to identify any bottlenecks or areas for improvement.
Okay.
Maybe there's a better way to sequence deliveries or optimize routes
Yeah.
based on traffic patterns.
Don't forget to mention any tools or technologies that you use.
Right.
Did you use any mapping software or route optimization programs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would definitely highlight my experience with those tools.
Good.
And once I had a proposed solution, I'd present it to my team, get their feedback.
Okay.
Collaboration is key,
That's a great point.
and process improvement.
And of course, you'd want to mention the results of your efforts.
Right.
Did your improvements lead to faster delivery times, reduced costs, increased customer satisfaction?
Yeah. Quantifiable results are key.
Yes.
I'd make sure to highlight the positive impact.
Good.
Okay.
Now let's shift gears to a question that assesses your leadership skills.
Okay.
Describe a time when you had to delegate tasks to your team. How did you ensure that the tasks were completed effectively?
Delegation is crucial for any manager, especially in a fast-paced environment like road operations.
Absolutely. And this question is designed to gauge your ability to assign tasks, strategically communicate clearly, and provide the necessary support
Right.
to your team.
So it's not just about handing off work.
Right.
It's about setting expectations, providing guidance, holding people accountable.
Exactly. Think about a specific project where you had to delegate tasks.
Okay.
How did you choose the right person for each task? Did you provide clear instructions deadlines? Did you check in regularly to offer support and monitor progress?
I would also highlight my ability to empower my team.
Okay.
I trust my team members, and I want to give them the autonomy
Good.
to make decisions
That's an important point.
and solve problems.
Effective delegation involves empowering others and fostering a sense of ownership.
Okay.
Now let's move on to a question that tests your ability to handle pressure.
Okay.
Tell me about a time when you had to deal with an unexpected crisis or emergency. How did you manage the situation?
This is where I can show how calm I am under pressure.
Yes.
My problem-solving skills, my ability to think on my feet.
Road operations can be unpredictable, so interviewers want to see that you can handle these unexpected challenges with grace
Right?
and efficiency.
Uh-huh.
Think about a time you had to deal with a major disruption, like a weather event, a traffic accident, a mechanical breakdown.
So let's say a severe storm caused road closures,
Okay.
disrupted our delivery schedule. How would I approach that?
First, you'd want to emphasize your focus on safety.
Right.
Did you take steps to ensure the well-being of your drivers and team members?
Absolutely. Safety would be my top priority.
Good.
Then I would quickly assess the situation and develop a plan to minimize the disruption.
Okay.
This might involve rerouting deliveries, finding alternative transportation, or adjusting schedules.
And it's important to highlight your ability to make decisions under pressure.
Yeah.
Did you gather information, consult with your team, and implement solutions decisively?
I would also emphasize my ability to stay calm and focused.
Yes.
In a crisis, it's essential to project confidence and leadership.
That's a valuable trait.
Okay.
Now let's switch gears to a question that assesses your understanding of industry regulations.
Okay.
How do you ensure compliance with all relevant transportation regulations and safety standards?
Compliance is non-negotiable.
Uh-huh.
So I'd want to demonstrate my knowledge of the rules and my commitment to following them.
This is a chance to showcase your attention to detail your understanding of the legal landscape and your proactive approach to safety.
Okay, so I would start by highlighting my familiarity with key regulations,
Good.
like the DOT, the FMCSA.
Okay, and be sure to mention any specific processes or systems you've implemented to ensure compliance.
Right.
Do you conduct regular audits?
Uh-huh.
Do you provide training to your team on regulatory updates?
Uh-huh.
Do you have a system for tracking and reporting violations?
Yeah, I would also emphasize my commitment to staying up to date on regulatory changes.
Excellent point.
The transportation industry is constantly evolving, so it's essential to stay informed.
Now let's delve into a question that explores your communication skills.
Okay.
Describe a time when you had to communicate a difficult or sensitive message to your team or to a stakeholder. How did you approach the situation?
Effective communication is crucial when dealing with challenging or emotionally charged topics.
Right. This question is designed to assess your ability to communicate clearly, empathetically, and professionally. Think about a time when you had to deliver bad news, address a conflict, or have a difficult conversation.
So let's say I had to inform my team about upcoming budget cuts.
Okay.
That would impact their bonuses. How would I handle that conversation?
First, you'd want to emphasize your empathy and understanding.
Right.
Acknowledge the impact the news would have on your team. Then you'd want to be transparent and provide all the necessary information.
Okay.
Clearly explain the reasons for the budget cuts and the potential implications.
I also focus on active listening.
Good.
Give my team a chance to ask questions, express their concerns, share feedback.
That's important. And remember to maintain a professional and respectful demeanor throughout the conversation.
Of course.
Even in difficult situations, it's crucial to foster a positive and supportive work environment.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've explored questions that assess problem-solving, leadership, crisis management, compliance, and communication skills.
Yes, and we've seen how RoleCatcher's resources can help you prepare thoughtful and compelling answers that showcase your strengths and experience.
But there's still more to come.
Absolutely. Join us for the final part of our deep dive where we'll wrap up our discussion, revisit those career advancement opportunities, and explore how RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor your responses to specific job roles.
Okay, see you soon.
See ya.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into becoming a road operations manager.
We've covered so much understanding the role, navigating those tricky interview questions.
And I think what's been so helpful is seeing how RoleCatcher's resources, especially those AI-powered tools, can really give you an edge
Definitely.
in your prep.
It's not about luck. It's about being prepared.
Right.
Walking into that interview informed and ready to showcase your best self.
Exactly. But before we send you off to totally conquer that interview, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Career paths.
That's a great point. It's not just about landing the job. It's about having a vision for your future.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's career guide actually outlines some really exciting possibilities for road operations managers.
Absolutely. You could become a senior transportation manager, a logistics director, even an operations manager.
And those certifications we mentioned?
Yes.
CTP, CSCP, PMMA.
Those can be real game changers.
They can.
For standing out and leveling up your career.
Showing that commitment to professional development.
Yes.
And a deep understanding of the industry.
Absolutely.
So as you prepare for this interview, think about those long-term goals and how this role fits into your overall trajectory.
I like that.
Now let's talk about one more tool that RoleCatcher has that I think can be super helpful for acing that interview AI-powered feedback.
Oh, this is a cool one.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about this. How does it work?
So imagine this. You practice your answers to common interview questions. You record yourself. And then you upload that video to RoleCatcher.
And their AI analyzes my performance.
Exactly. It looks at your delivery, your body language, the content of your answers, and it gives you personalized feedback.
So it's like having a virtual interview coach.
Yes.
Pointing out like little things that I can improve.
Exactly. It might suggest things like adjusting your tone, making better eye contact, or giving more specific examples to support your claims.
That's incredible. It really takes the guesswork out of preparing.
It does. And here's the best part.
What's that?
You can tailor the feedback to specific job roles.
So if I'm interviewing for a road operations manager position at a tech company, I can give feedback that's specific to that industry and that company culture.
It's like having a secret weapon that's fine-tuned just for you.
That's amazing. I'm really starting to see why people are calling RoleCatcher a game changer.
It's not just about information. It's about empowering you to really do your best and achieve those career goals.
Now, before we wrap up this whole deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. to ponder.
I love those final thoughts.
With technology changing the transportation landscape so rapidly,
Uh-huh.
what skills do you think will be most valuable for road operations managers in the next 5 years?
That's a great question, and it's something to really keep in mind as you're prepping and as you embark on this career.
Because the future of road operations management is exciting.
It is?
It's challenging, and it's full of opportunity.
And you're on your way to becoming a part of it.
Yes, we are rooting for you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of road operations management.
It was my pleasure.
And until next time, keep learning, keep growing,
Yes.
and keep aiming for those career goals.